6, and we're going over speaking Pidgin for Hawaii. I actually thought this was really funny. I went through all the links, and the best one was the Andy Bomatai video. What I liked about it is it had the captions as if it were English, right? So however it comes out, it has the captions as if it were English. I thought that was super funny. So I guess Pidgin, or Hawaiian Creole as they call it, it came from just everybody coming here, all the different races. You know, we had immigration, so Chinese people, Filipino people, Japanese people, Haole people, so many different people and different languages, that in the mix of it all, they had to figure out some way to communicate, you know, as best as possible. And that's how Pidgin came about. It's kind of a mixture of everybody's languages, and it's an easier way for everybody to communicate here in Hawaii. And I think that for us, it's kind of like a main language here. But that's why it developed, so that it's easier for all the different races and languages to have kind of a base ground to communicate, you know. Right now, I believe it's Pidgin, or Hawaiian Creole is actually a language. They made it a language not too long ago. And I think that's cool. I mean, it should be noticed because we do speak it quite often. And every time I hear somebody call, or, you know, that's not from here, they're from the mainland, or you meet them, they always say, oh, you have such a cool accent. But for us, it's just our language, you know, it's Pidgin. But going into, I guess, a little lesson on Pidgin. So I guess I'll talk about more of some words that people that are not from here have a hard time understanding. A lot of times for, you know, us here in Hawaii, we say the kind a lot. Oh, I'm going to the kind's house, or I went to the kind today. And it can mean anything, really. It can be a person, it can be a place, it can be an object. You can say, oh, can you go grab me the kind over there? Or, you know, come to the kind's house after. It can be anything, whatever you're trying to say. So that's the main one. A lot of people get confused. They're like, who's the kind? Sometimes it's not a who, it's a what or where. And second is, you know, when you're saying, or when you're starting a sentence, a lot of people, instead of saying hey you, they'll say hey brah, or oh what's up. And it's all ways of saying hi, and it's not anything derogatory. Some people that aren't from here get kind of offended, like, you know, I have a name, or you didn't say hi. But for us, that's how we greet people. How you been, or oh what's up. But it's a greeting for us, so any of those would be good, I guess you could say. Another one is when we throw in some of our Hawaiian words with sentences. So a lot of times it'll be like, oh, you want to go hele out to auntie's house and go eat some dinner, or go hele out and let's go grind. They're like, what is grind? What is hele? Basically what you're saying is you want to go and eat something at auntie's house. Grind in Hawaii is eat. You want to eat. That's a big one, because when you say that to people, they're like, what are you talking about? So that can be misunderstood if you don't know what that means. And I guess the last one I was going to go over is when you do say things like lolo or okole. You know, a lot of people, though, get okole wrong. I just wanted to point that out, because it doesn't mean your actual butt. It means your butthole. So when people pick it up, they think that's what it means, but it's not what it means. So for those that don't know what that means, that's what it means. And then when you say lolo, they're like, what is that? For us, that's like saying you're stupid, or, you know. And it was so funny. I just had a call today from one of my coworkers who asked me to cover a shift, but it was literally like a half an hour before the shift, and I'm like, you're so lolo, why didn't you call me earlier? And it's common for us to speak like that, and I think it's something cool that we have here in Hawaii. It's kind of our own, because we're such a melting pot of so much different cultures, that eventually, if you're here long enough, you pick up on all the meanings. But those were the kind of the ones I wanted to point out tonight. So I hope that helped, and see you folks on next week. Thanks.